First of all, the first thing I told my team is I love coaching this group. They are a joy to coach every day, but watching them in that last 5 minutes was like they were seniors out on the court. They were talking to each other. They were motivating each other. They were picking each other up. I mean, that was a huge, huge team victory. And everybody stepped up. Everybody made big plays. There were moments when we had to handle failure, which we've been talking about as this young group, so I'm really, really proud of that because they made a run, we responded, we held our composure, and that's probably, as a coach, the first thing that pops into my mind is how we handled their runs and their pressing and causing turnovers, and we still responded. So huge, huge plays by, I could go down the whole team and say, this was a big play, that was a big play, but my biggest thing is just how much we're gelling as a team right now. And I'm just really, really proud of them, and honestly happy for them.
Tisha Hyndman with the big three-pointer to send it to overtime. What did that shot tell you about her as a player?
Well, we knew Teaspoon was a big-time player. She's made huge shots in her high school career. I think last year she hit like a three-quarter court to send them into states. So she's a prime-time player. She likes pressure, and it was funny. We were actually working on that exact shot this week, so I'm happy for her because practice pays off.
Danny King got into a little bit of foul trouble, but when she was on the court, the ball seemed to flow a lot more smoothly. Did you get that sense too?
Definitely. I'm so proud of Danny because that first half was a struggle for her, and she came back. She had 6 assists and 0 turnovers in that second half, and her presence on the floor just made us more confident.
You mentioned boxing out as something that you wanted to be a big focus. How do you think the team did with that today?
Down the stretch, great. Another moment's not so much, but that's something that we're going to keep preaching. Obviously, every team that we face is probably going to have more size than us, so it's going to be not only boxing out, but just we say find a body. It's not necessarily because from the perimeter they're crashing. All 5 Marquette players need to find an Auburn player and box them out. And that's something that we're going to continue to work on.
Alizé didn't start off the day scoring well, but she did have 12 boards. It seems like she impacted the game even when she wasn't putting the ball in the basket. Were you impressed with her ability to sort of have an impact on the game even when she wasn't scoring?
Definitely. And I would say in the second half, she helped our press break a lot because she got more involved there in the middle. And even though she wasn't making those shots down the stretch there, like in that third, fourth quarter, that was helping spread the defense out. So just her court presence alone made our press break better.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too. Auburn ran some form of press for pretty much the entire game. How do you think your team handled that?
Well, 24 turnovers obviously is too much. We would have liked to have that down. But I will say this, we knew they were going to run it, and we knew we were going to turn the ball over, and we knew we had to respond, and we did that. So I'll take the W, and I'll take the learning moments that we have, and we'll respond to that.
And finally, a week off before Arizona State. What's the plan for this week?
Well, first of all, finals. They have the day off tomorrow to, regroup and rest their legs and start studying, and then we'll start on Tuesday looking at Arizona State and game planning.
I thought it was a great game. It was really fun. It was a really fun game to play. I've enjoyed playing with these freshmen so much, and each game gets so much better, and it really was a great team win for us, and we're really, really happy for that.
Hit 5 3-pointers this game. It seemed like your 3-point shot probably did a lot to stretch the court. Did you feel like you had it going from 3 today?
Yeah, I want to hit threes for my teammates. When I can hit from the outside, it opens up the driving lane for them. We can play inside, outside. That's the goal, and I was really happy for that I was able to hit and open up the lane for my little teammates.
On the last play before overtime, the 3-pointer by Natisha, could you sort of walk through what it looked like from your vantage point?
Well, I was right by her in the corner. I knew it was going in. Great rotation. She was a clutch shooter, and yeah, I knew it was going in. We were going in overtime.
Your coach mentioned ball control as something you guys need to work on. Is there anything particular that Auburn did to sort of cause more turnovers, or what specifically do you think needs to be ironed out?
Well, I definitely think the first half we turned it over a lot because of their press, their 3-quarter court press, and we adjusted. And as a young team, we got to learn, on the fly like that. So I think that their full court pressure had something to do with it. But we'll get better, taking care of the ball and really valuing it every possession.
2-1 in this homestand, almost a big upset over Oregon State to start it. Is this about where you thought you would end up after these 3 games at home?
Every game's a new game. You don't expect the higher ranked team to win, so we expect to win every time we play. So.
Who's one other teammate that you think really stepped up today?
I was really proud of how Danny King responded. With her first half and how she bounced back and was able to find her teammates and get assists. And I thought she had great composure at the end.